Hello, welcome to my videos on the blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday on 2025 NBA playoff day 21. Well, yesterday there were played two games, one game per conference. In the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers finally could win one game in this series, and they defeated the Pacers 126 to 104 as a away team. With this victory, the Cavs won the first game in the series, and the Pacers are still in the series 2-1. And in the second game of the day, in a tremendous game, I'm not gonna to lie, the Denver Nuggets defeated Oklahoma City Thunder 113 to 104 in overtime. Now the Nuggets are leading the series 2-1, and it looks like now they have the advantage in the series. So let's talk about a little more about this game. Let's start with the first game in the Eastern Conference. Indiana Pacers 104, Cleveland Cavaliers 126. Remember that before this game, the Pacers did a surprise and they defeated the Cavs in both games there in Cleveland, and the Pacers were leading to zero the series. So this was a must to win for the Cavs. If not, they were gonna to fail. They were going to fail 0-3, and it will look like impossible to win this series. So now, for first time in the series, the Cleveland Cavaliers played with the complete team because some starting players returned to play after some injuries, and this was the big difference. The game was close, but in the second quarter is when the Cavs took create that gap that was enough to win the game, because in the first quarter the game was finished tight 32-32, but in the second quarter the Cavs play a tremendous basketball level where they play a tremendous defenses, where they only allowed 13 points for the Pacers. They scored 34 points, and the Cavs were leading in the halftime by 22 point difference. No, sorry, by 21 point difference. Sorry, 21 point difference. They were leading 66 to 45. In the third quarter, the Pacers reacted a little in the middle of the quarter, where they reduced the game to less than 10 point difference, so between 12 to 8 point difference. But after that, the Caps reacted in the last quarter, and they, to be honest, they never had the problem to lose this game, because remember what happened in the game 2, where the Caps were leading by 20 point difference in the third quarter, and in the fourth quarter the Pacers reduced that gap. I thought that this is was gonna to happen in the fourth quarter, but not in this time was different. The Caps handled the victory, the lead, and in the end they won the game 126 to 104. How I told you, with this victory, the Caps won the first game of the series, and the Pacers are still in the series 2-1. Now the game 4 will be played tomorrow in the Indiana, where now the Caps have the opportunity to tie the series, or the Pacers to take the lead of the game of the series 3-1, and have the possibility to win this series. About the best player in the winning team, the best player was Donovan Mitchell with 43 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. The second best scorer was Max Strud with 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. And the third best was Jared Allen with double-double with 19 points and 12 rebounds and 2 assists. And the fourth best was Evan Mobley with 18 points, 13 rebounds, and double-double, and 4 assists. So, in the second game of the day in the Western Conference, the Denver Nuggets defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder 113 to 104 in the overtime. About this game, this was a tremendous game. Not gonna to lie, but I think that and I have seen something about the Thunders in the season, because, for example, most of the game they won the games in the regular season for more than 10 point difference, but the Thunders had some problems, sorry, when the difference of the game was the less than 5 point difference, because most of the time I'm seeing that the Thunders can execute in a great way in the clutch time. About this game, remember that before this game started, the series was tied 1-1, where the Nuggets in the first game did a surprise, even that the Thunders were leading the most of the time of the game 1. The Nuggets execute better in the clutch time, but of course, because several Thunder's errors. And in the second game, the Thunders humiliated the Nuggets because they won that game by 46 point difference. About this game, it was almost to win for any team because most of the times when the series is tied 1-1, the winner of the game 3 most of the time win this series by more than 70%. So about this game, in the most part of the game, the Thunders were leading the game because they were leading always the game between 2 to 5 point difference. But the best part of this game was in the third quarter because what I told you, for most part of the game, the Thunders always had the lead of the game between 5 to 10 point difference. But in the last quarter is the best basketball that I watch in this game because the Nuggets play a tremendous game, especially in the clutch time because in the middle of the quarter of the last quarter the Thunder were leading the game by 7 point difference, but in the clutch time the Nuggets executed better the game. But again, it's the same that happened in the game 1 where the Thunder had the lead of the game. They have the opportunity to win this game, to increase the lead to a more than 3 to 4 point difference and finish the game. But the Thunder executed in a very bad way in the clutch time because in the last 3 possession of the regular time the Thunder couldn't score any basketball. The Nuggets scored, I think, that 5 points in the last 1 minute of the game, and they tied the game 102 to 102. About the even that in the last play of the game, the Nuggets had the opportunity to win this game, but they missed the opportunity, and the game finished tied 102 to 102 in the regular time, and it was sent to the overtime. About the overtime, the Nuggets executed better the basketball because they started the overtime with a 7-0 run. It was impossible for the Thunders reach the Nuggets, and in the end the Nuggets won the overtime easily and they won the game 115 to 104. Now with this victory, the Nuggets take the lead of the series 2-1, and now they have the opportunity tomorrow to win that game and to increase the lead to a 3-1. Now for the Thunder, it's a must to win tomorrow's game because they need to tie this series, because if not, it's going to be very difficult to overcome the 1-3 down in the series. So, I think that also another difference is that, in my opinion, the Nuggets the Nuggets. I think that the Thunders are a better team, but the lack of experience playing in this playoff, and also if you add that the Nuggets have the spirits to playing in the playoff because 2 years ago they won the NBA Finals. So the best player in the Nuggets, the best player was Jamal Murray with 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists. To be honest, he played a tremendous game, especially in the clutch time, and he led the team to the victory. The second best scorer was Aaron Gordon with 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. The second best scorer was Michael Porter Jr. with 21 points, a rebound, and 1 assist, and the fourth best was Nikola Jokic with a double-double with 20 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 assists. To be honest, the Nikola Jokic didn't play his best basketball in the game, but he played the best basketball in the most important part of the game, in the clutch time and in the overtime. So what's next? Today we'll have 2 games, 1 game per conference, where both games will be in the game 3. In the Eastern Conference, the New York Knicks will receive the Boston Celtics in New York City, New York, in the Madison Square Garden at 50:30 Eastern Time. The Knicks, by surprise of everyone, are leading the series 2-0, where they won the both game in Boston, where they overcome a 20-point deficit in each game. So I think that the Celtics are the reigning champion team, and I don't see how the Celtics are going to be down 0-3 in the series. So I think that this will be another close game. I think that in this time the Celtics are going to win this game. I think that by 1 or 2 point difference, and the Celtics are going to win the first game of the series. And in the second game of the day, in the Western Conference, the Golden State Warriors will receive the Minnesota Timberwolves San Francisco, California, 20:30 Eastern Time. Remember that this series tied 1-1, where the Warriors did surprise in the first game and won that game easily, and in the second game the Timberwolves didn't have any problem and won that game. About this series, remember that unfortunately for the Warriors and for the fans, the NBA fans, Steve Curry got injured in the first game in the second quarter. he returned for that game, and he's out for minimum 1 week. So he's not gonna to play this game 3. He has a grade 1 hamstring strain, and then most probably he's gonna to miss all the series. So I think that the Warriors are gonna to suffer because for this, because I don't know who is gonna to replace replace Steve Curry, and I think that the Timberwolves are going to take advantage of that. I think that the Timberwolves are going to win this game by 3 or 5 point difference, and the Timberwolves are going to take the lead of the series. So in this video, I talk about what happened yesterday when in the NBA Playoff Day 21, there were 2 games. In the Eastern Conference, the Cavs defeated the Pacers, and they won the first game of the series. And in the second game, in a tremendous game, the Nuggets defeated the Thunder in overtime, and the Nuggets take the lead of the series 2-1. And in today's game, we have 2 games, 1 game per conference. In the first game, the Knicks will receive the Celtics. I think that the Celtics are going to win this game, and they're going to win the first game in the series. In the second game, the Warriors are going to receive the Timberwolves. I think that the Timberwolves are going to win that game, and they're going to take the lead of the series. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comments or suggestions, you can write me in any of my social media platforms. So see you next video. Gibran.